So I had a friend, and she came from a two-parent home. She was well off. Her parents were not perfect, but they did care about her a lot. They made sure she wanted for nothing. They lived on a really good side of town. Anything that she ever wanted, her parents would give it to her. I grew up having very little. I come from a really big family. I have a lot of cousins, a lot of siblings, and we grew up having to share stuff. Hand-me-downs was nothing. We knew how to hook it up and make it look brand new. We couldn't afford to get brand new clothes. We shopped at the thrift store because that's all we could get because it was so many of us. We shared everything. We didn't know what it was like to have our own thing. I was young, my 20s. I was just happy to have a small one-bedroom apartment, but I didn't care because it was mine. She was in a house and we were cool and stuff, right? But somehow, some way, she started to treat me different. She started to say these passive aggressive remarks. She started to be shady. She started to get meaner with me. And then one day, we had a really big blow up. And what she said to me, she said, "You think you all that? You ain't nothing. You just a poor, low-class girl. You think I forgot? You grew up in the hood. You never had nothing. You never had what I had. I had parents who loved me. You was raised by your grandparents. You only was with your mama for a little bit and then had to go back to your grandma's house." She said those things to hurt me. When she said those things, honestly, I wanted to punch that bitch in the face. But the only reason why I didn't was because my little sister was with me at the time. I was so hurt by that because I was like, I gave you so much. You had more than me, but I gave you all that I had. Anytime she needed money for her kid, I gave it to her. She could have easily went to her parents, right? But she came to me and I gave her all the money I had in my pocket, the little bit of money that I had. I gave that to her. When she needed help with her car, I let her drive my car. When she needed help with her kid, I would watch her kid, even though I would be so tired from working a night shift, a graveyard shift. I would watch her kid, and she had a nerve to treat me like that. And she had a nerve to say those mean things to me. But it was jealousy. She was jealous of my happiness. And some people, they could have more than you. They could have way more than you. But what they're jealous of your peace. The thing about it is, even though she was in a house, even though she had multiple cars, behind closed doors, that girl was miserable. And that's what she was jealous of. She was jealous of my peace. With the little that I had, I could go to sleep with a clear mind. She couldn't. When I would go through my hardships, she saw every bit of hardship that I went through. In the back of her mind, she would say, "Oh, this is what's going to take her out. She ain't going to be better than me." And then what I do, rise above. And every single time I rose above whatever was trying to keep me down, she would get even more angrier. She would hate me even more because what she was going through was keeping her down, but I kept rising. I kept rising and I kept getting stronger.